first quarter of 2018 started off very strongly with strong rallies across US markets as well as European markets. This was a strong tailwind into our local markets, but our local markets were also supported by a positive outcome from the ANC elective conference in December, which fed into business confidence, consumer confidence, and the ultimate tailwind into our capital markets. The drivers economically that we would be watching out for across global markets, we need to see how the trade wars between the US and China play out. We need to see how Brexit plays out between Europe and the UK and the implications for those economies. And those will still be factors and discussion points for a while to come. We think that over the medium term, the drivers to look out for in terms of our asset class positioning will be how yields progress and what monetary policy looks like for the meaningful economies globally. So we know that the US has entered a hiking cycle. We've seen it, and it's really about where yields settle in the US and where interest rates settle in the US over the longer term, because this has implications for your risk assets and the valuations thereof. And then locally, we would be watching the sentiment and whether it's feeding through into company valuations and whether it feeds through into earnings profiles of these companies. And if that is supported from positive business sentiment as well as consumer sentiment, that will ultimately play out into earnings. And we are currently positioned for a favorable outcome in risk assets. We've closed our underweight in the fixed income space, and we've also closed our underweight in our property allocation. Another kind of indicator that we would be looking at would be currencies and the rand against the dollar, for instance. We do think that over the long term, the rand weakens against the major currencies just on a purchasing power parity basis. But over the short to medium term, we think that there is still support for the rand, and you can still expect it to rally over that period.